Okay, everybody, welcome back to Heart Academy number 27. Today I have a special guest. My special guest with us today is Sammy. Sammy from my 7th grade class, 3rd period. She's hanging out with me for the afternoon and she is so confident with these two-step inequalities. She says, I got this. I'm like, what? You can do two-step inequalities? She said, sure can. And then she broke out in a song. A two-step, a two-step. Now go to two-step. What? 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 Jiggy with it. Jiggy with it. Jiggy with it. All right, Sammy, it's your turn. You're going to go on a two-step. Are you ready? So, Sammy, you got this, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's my girl. She is nice and confident. So she's going to tell us what to do first. I have the mouse, so again, my handwriting is going to be sloppy, but this is going to be walked through by Sammy. What do we do first?
Which you're going to put a line through the greater than sign. Then you're going to cancel out the 10.
Am I going to cancel out that 10?
You're going to, since it's minus, you're going to plus.
That's right.
Because it's the opposite on both sides. And then you're going to bring down, well, you have to, 10 plus 10, 10 plus negative 10 will cancel each other out. So then you bring down the 10m next to it, negative 10m, and then
when we have, what do we do when we have a negative plus a positive?
Subtract and keep the sign of the higher number.
That's right. And when we subtract this, we're
It'll
going
be
to have,
170.
you go, girl, and it's going to be negative
negative
170. That's my girl. Look at that. And since, oh, Sam, I forgot to tell you, since you're helping do the Heart Academy tonight, the ones that we have done online, you don't have to do on your worksheet because you're leading. That's my girl. What? All right, what do we do now?
So you're going to cancel the 10 out so you can get just m. So you're going to divide it.
Good. How did you know that this was going to be division?
Because it was already multiplication.
That's right. It was already multiplication. And what we had learned earlier is that if it looked like this, that's add or subtract. If it looks like this, that means multiply. So when you do not have a sign in between a number and letter, and they're just together, that's multiply. So Sam is absolutely correct. We're going to divide, which is the opposite. If it looked like this, with a sign in between, this now says minus 10, and this one, we would have added 10 to both sides, if that were the case. Sammy has learned that today. She now recognizes the difference. I could not be any prouder. All right, so now we're going to do what Sammy says, and she says to divide by negative 10 on both sides. Okay?
Okay, so this will cancel each other out, which will leave you with m. And then on 170 divided by 10, it will be 17, but it will be 2 negatives and positive. Well, 2 negatives is a positive, so it'll be a positive 17.
Oops.
That's 2. And then you're going to make your number chart, your graphing line. So you're going to put 17 in the middle.
Let me remind you something first. What is that rule that we would like to do?
Oh, yeah, to change the sign.
Now, why are we going to flip this inequality sign? Why?
Because if you divide it or times with a negative number, you have to do that.
And what's the negative number that we multiply or divided with?
Negative 10.
That's right. So she is absolutely correct. Whenever we multiply or divide by a negative number, your inequality sign has to change. So this is what we have. Now, Sammy, I don't know if you know this, but some students going to wonder why that we have to flip that every single time we multiply or divide by a negative number. Do you know why?
You can take that one.
All right. Sammy says, Mrs. Hart, you can take that one. Okay, well, here's the thing. Like, I'm going to keep both of the answers right here for a second, okay? Now, What is, whoops, I put a 10 there, but this actually should be an M. So I'm going to go ahead and put that as an M. Okay. What is that invisible number that we see, that we never see?
1.
That's right. And where is the 1 in this one right here? Where would we put that 1?
At the end.
Right, like this, right? Now, take a look. If we didn't flip the inequality sign, it would look like this, right?
Yeah.
Let's read that.
17 is greater than 1m.
Is that true?
Nope.
Okay, 17 is not bigger than 1M?
Oh, yeah, it is.
That one is true. Now, what about this one? Is this one still true?
17 is less than 1m.
Is that true?
No.
Actually, that one is true too.
Oh.
That's okay. And sometimes it's a hard concept to understand. And so
Don't listen to me.
It's a hard concept to understand. And some of the problems that we do, it's easier to see than this one right here. That's all right. But we still have to graph this one though. Let's go back. We need to graph. So our correct answer is going to be this one, right?
Yeah.
Because we do have to flip the inequality sign. And did we flip it? Well, yes, we did. Okay. So.
What is that?
I erased part of my M, so she goes, what is that? God, look at my handwriting. Okay, so now, how are we going to graph?
You take it with 3 numbers, so you put 17 in the middle, then you put a 16 on the left, and an 18 on the right.
You go, girl. That's right. These are all positive numbers. And which number is circle?
17.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can underline another 2.
Mm-hmm.
If you want. And then is 17 less than 16?
Oh, that's right. I see what you're doing. You're now going to take your 2 numbers and put them underneath the variable. So I have 16 and I have 18, right? So let's read our sentence, starting from left to right, like a book.
Is 17 less than 16? No. And is 17 less than 18? Yes. So you'll be going to the right.
Following that 18. That was perfect. That was perfectly done. I love it. Let's do it again with another type of question. So we're going to go to number 5 now. Okay, so number 5 has a fraction with it, but Sammy knows what to do.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I do.
All right, so let's put our line, right? And take a look at it. So remember, we're always going to add or subtract first. So what number are we going to add or subtract first?
The 6, because it has a plus sign right in front of it.
That's my girl. There it is. So how am I going to get rid of that 6?
You're gonna minus it because
That's right.
cancel each other out.
That's right, because it's a positive 6. So let's do that. Positive 6.
It will leave you with -2.
That's right. -2 it is.
And the other 2 will cancel each other out and bring down the x10.
Uh-huh.
Then you're going to divide. No. Yeah, multiply.
Oh,
10.
how did you know to multiply?
I was going to say divide, but because its fraction is already divided.
That's right. So we're going to multiply what?
The 10 on both sides.
That's right.
And eventually the 10 times 10 will cancel each other out, leaving you with x. And 10 times 2 is 20, but it would be a -20.
That's right.
And you don't need to change the inequality sign.
Why not?
Because we multiplied with positive 10, not negative.
That's my girl. If you guys could see me right now, you would see a big cheesy smile on my face because this girl is rocking it and making my day. Sammy, I get what?
You get back your Milky Way.
I know, right? So look at that. Did you hear that? She said I could have a special bite of my Milky Way bar that I've been eating for 4 days because I didn't want to eat the entire candy bar in one day. So, I mean, this girl just gave me those teacher goosebumps. I'm talking about that Mr. Holland's Opus, Coach Carter,
right,
feel good moment. Okay, she really wants to go to the question. Okay. All right. Well, now we got to graph this one, right? Okay. So, how are we going to graph?
You're going to put a -20 in the middle, and then you're going to put a -19 on the left, and a -21 on the right.
Now, why did I put 19 on that side?
Because because it's in negative land.
That's right.
You're going to switch it.
So the smaller numbers need to stay on this side because it's closer to a 0. Right? So what goes over here?
Oh, 21.
That's right. A negative 21. Okay. And what number are we circling?
Negative 20.
Mm-hmm. Is this going to be closed in?
No. Yes.
That's right. It's going to be closed in because it has the or equal to sign. Okay? So when it doesn't have the or equal to sign, like this one, you wouldn't close in this circle. But this one, you do close it in. Okay. So now, what do we do?
Now you carry the negative 21 and negative 19 over to where the problem is, under the X.
Oh, you just touched the screen.
Oh, I didn't know.
This one is touchscreen. That was funny. She didn't realize that my computer screen was touchscreen. We're both trying to control the mouse at the same time. That was hilarious. Okay, 21 and a negative 19 underneath your variable. Okay, so now we need to read, right? And remember, what's the rule when we're in negative lane?
Give me a minute. It's negative 20. Oh, the rule when you're in negative lane is the smaller number is the bigger number.
That's right.
Is negative 20 greater than negative 21? Yes. And negative 20 is greater than negative 19? No.
That's right. So our arrow should be going in?
That way.
That's right, in a direction of the 21. Sorry, I kind of wrote on top of it, but the direction of 21 is this way,
left.
So your arrow is going to the left. If you had the remote, Sammy, how would you put it in your remote?
You would put it negative 20 G for greater and double L's for left.
You go, girl. Look at that. Guess who is going to be rocking the points tomorrow in class? Hint, hint. Just saying. Alrighty. So we have time to do another one. So we've already recorded for 12 minutes now. So it's time to actually do another one, or at least start one. So let's look at number 6. All right. What do we do first here?
You put a line through that
Mm-hmm.
in the copy sign, and then you're going to take the 11.
Good.
Since there's a plus sign next to it.
Right.
And you're going to do the opposite of plus sign, so you're going to minus it with a negative 11 on both sides.
Right.
And then 11 positive and a negative will
Those are both.
subtract.
Well, you have 2 negatives. So the easiest way to look at it when we have 2
Well,
negatives.
that's not the negative.
Oh, you're over here. I thought you were looking this way. Excuse me. I'm set up now. This is your show.
So for positive 11 and a negative 11, you subtract, keep the sign of the higher number, which will cancel each other out.
Mm-hmm.
And then for negative 227 minus negative 11 will be 238.
That is correct. Now, this is actually still going to be a negative 238 because you have a negative and a negative. You just add them together, keeping the sign.
Yeah.
Okay? So now, what do we do? R is still not by itself.
Now, you're going to take 14
Mm-hmm.
and divide.
Yes. Did y'all hear that? Mom, Dad, did you hear that? Okay. You know I'm sending this to your parents. You got to. Parents love this type of thing. Okay. How did you know to divide?
Because, it was division.
It was already the opposite of division, which is?
Multiplication.
So that makes us divide.
Yeah.
Okay?
So it's going to cancel each other out, 14 with 14.
Mm-hmm.
And then your remaining will be 17.
Ooh, okay.
Right?
Good. Is it going to be positive or negative?
Negative.
That's right.
Keep the
Because
sign of the higher number.
no, not that. When we divide, though, of positive and negative, the answer is always going to be negative. We're going to have to stop this recording right now because our 15 minutes is up. This will be posted. We'll see you on the next one.